call 844-52-SHERI. Or if you have our app, which is awesome because you can use it to listen to the show and text the studio and enter contests and all of our podcasts, including Talking Lamar and True Weird Stuff. There's a little microphone in the bottom center of the screen. If you tap it and talk, the app will do all the work for you.
Hey, Bob and Sheri. This is Jackie from Virginia. Long-time listener. I'm not sure if you can hear, but I'm calling from the barn today. I take you guys on my farm all the time. You help me through my morning chores. But this morning, I was listening while working with our sheep and was listening to Lamar talking about how he hates self-checkout. And Lamar, you're killing me, man, because I love self-checkout. Get through faster. I mean, I'm the woman that gets in line behind the poor elderly gentleman. Love him, but he's trying to pay with his Target card. And it takes 3 people to figure out why the transaction is not going through. In the meantime, I'm like, dude, I got sheep I got to get back to. No, I need to go. So I love self-checkout. I like to be able to put my groceries I put them in this bag to go in the barn. I put them in this bag to go in the fridge. I put them in this bag to go in the pantry. I just really love self-checkout. But have you considered that self-checkout, I don't know about you, but I'm in the barn by myself today because we don't have help. We can't get people to do jobs. We actually have a deficit in workers. And by eliminating some jobs, maybe we can fill jobs so that I'm not here by myself. Also, those checkouts, Walmart has to pay a machine tax on those. Yes, Walmart has to pay taxes on that machine to have it operate in my county. I don't know if it works that way everywhere, but it should, because that machine contributes to our local tax base, but doesn't take away from that local tax base by having multiple children, driving on the roads, needing the rescue services, all of those things. Jackie from Virginia again. I got cut off. Imagine that. But so I was saying the self-checkout actually contributes to the local tax base without using the resources from the local tax revenue. So I'm not sure that, it takes jobs and taxes. I don't know that those arguments really hold up. Girls, do you think those arguments hold up? Anybody want to weigh in on this? Well, sheep don't understand taxes anyway. But just wanted to say, love the show. I know you guys like the animal background noises, so I wanted to share some of my. Yeah, right, they did. I want to share some of my lovely morning with you all. And if you know somebody that has lost a job, send them my way. Thanks. Love you guys, and I'll listen to you soon. Bye.
That is the most focused person I've ever heard in my life.
Ever. Who knew that sheep made that much noise?
Sign up for our newsletter. We never spam you.
Never did.
Get Bob and Sheri exclusives. Just go to bobandsheri.com.
Listen, I decided that for fun, today I would wait on him hand and foot. I would do everything for him, including bathe him. I will bring him all of his meals on trays and periodically change out his snacks. And anything he needs, I'm going to fetch it for him all
It's Kevin's day.
long.
It's Kevin's day.
And that's going to be different. That's going to be different from the day before or the day after in which way.
Kidding. I do that every day now. But listen, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give him his present
before you
later.
do. Can I tell you? Can I tell you what's going to be different today? Because I get about once a year. I'm not making this up. Mary will say, "You know what? Tomorrow's going to be Bob's day." I went, "It is." Because I've had 2 Bob's days. We've been married for about 14 years. I've had 2 Bob's days. And I get, not only does she get me everything I want for food and all of that, but she does it with a smile on her face. And that's the difference. You have to do this stuff for him all the time. But on Kevin's day, you have to do it with a smile on your face.
Listen, I promise you, whether you believe it or not, I have done that consistently since I brought him home from surgery because he feels terrible. Wow. He feels terrible. And in fact, yesterday morning, he doesn't sleep well now because he has to sleep flat on his back with his leg elevated and it hurts. So he got up and I heard him leave the room on his little scooter, his little D scooter. So I heard him wheeling around, and the next thing I knew, he was wheeling back into the room, and he had made me coffee and put it in a travel mug and put it in his little basket and wheeled it and brought it to me. It was very,
Can I
very
can I
sweet.
ask you something? Can I ask you something, man to
Yeah,
woman, right now?
yeah.
What is it? And we've touched on it, but we've never really done a deep dive. What is it about women that when they see a man suffering or in a less than distinguished situation, you just think it's hysterical? I mean, nothing makes a woman laugh more than seeing a guy take a softball right between the legs. You know?
Well,
You
I
just
don't
think it's so funny. What is it?
I don't laugh at his pain. His pain is insane. But what gives me the giggles is to see Daniel Boone on his little wheelie
His little
scooter.
scooter. His little scooter.
Scoot
Yeah, there's no dignity.
because he
There's
because he hates to need help. He is pathologically independent. But I'm very excited about his birthday present, which I've had now for like a month, and I've just been waiting for the day. I'm going to tell you what it is. So he's very high maintenance, and I talked about this on the show last year. He discovered at some hotel we stayed at Neutrogena light sesame body oil, which was then discontinued, and I couldn't buy it anywhere. I couldn't find it on Amazon. I ended up buying a box of hotel size bottles on eBay, and he went through those pretty quick. And then I subscribed to all these flash sale websites, right? So, like over a month ago, before Christmas, I get a flash sale in my email and I look and I'm scrolling through the items and it's the full size giant bottles of Neutrogena light sesame oil. I bought 7 of them and I
Can I
put them
just
in a
say that I
box
don't
and
see
wrapped them
him
up.
as a man oiling himself up on
He
such a
takes very
regular
good care of
basis?
himself. No, he believes in
Really?
moisturizer. Yeah, he
Oh,
takes very good care of
wow.
just because he's half bear does not mean he doesn't care
Mhm.
about his skin, right?
Okay. I'm
So
impressed.
and of
I'm impressed.
course and of course he would want a product that is immediately discontinued and no longer available in the continental United States. I don't know where this site came up with all these full-size bottles, but I bought all 7 of them and
And
they
that's
got
his gift?
delivered and
Yeah.
it's all wrapped up and that's going to be his present.
Oh, very
But yeah,
nice. Very
yeah,
nice.
I think he's going to love it. I mean,
Okay.
the man does not need another t-shirt, but he's going to love
No,
it, especially because he thinks that it doesn't exist anymore. So that was kind of a unicorn find and
totally.
it'll cheer him up while he, scooters from one spot to the next. But yeah,
Kevin's Day.
it's
Yeah.
Kevin's day. And I promise you, because he feels so bad about needing so much attention, I promise you that it is service with a smile. I got up today 25 minutes earlier than I usually have to so that I could cook him breakfast
Oh,
because,
nice.
like, he can't do it for himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, yeah.
The other,
It's his day every day, but he's going to
yeah.
have a special day today.
The Bob and Sheri website, the Oddcast, contest info, bobandsheri.com.
I would like to pick up the conversation we were just having. Actually, I want to make 2 points. Kevin, of course, as you know, if you're a regular listener, had a big operation on his ankle and his just about everything below his knee, and can't get around too easily. So he has one of those little scooters where you put your you put your knee on it, and you can scoot along. And when Sherry describes that, she laughs. And I was asking the question, and I want to delve into this a little deeper right now. What is it? Why is it that women get the biggest kick out of a guy being in kind of a semi-helpless or embarrassing or in some cases painful situation? Here's what I'm thinking. Y'all put up with so much from us. Generally, we are bigger physically. My wife is taller than I am, but generally, we are bigger and more aggressive, and in some cases, stronger physically. So when you have the opportunity to either observe us or manipulate us, because we are down on our luck at the moment. It fills you with such joy that you can barely contain it. I believe that's why
Um,
women like those little tiny women love those great big SUVs because they're controlling something that's enormous.
I think part of what gives us the giggles is the reaction because it's not something we see very often, right? The like over the top dramatic reaction to whatever is happening to y'all. Like I've never America's Funniest Home Videos made a fortune off of men catching it in the cojones, and I that was never like funny. Like okay, I've seen it. Okay, oh look, he's taking it in the balls. Like I just never thought that was that kind of slapstick physical comedy is not my jam.
You're one
But
of the few.
watching one of y'all have like a reaction to something, a boo-boo or a kid barfing on you or whatever, yeah, it's pretty funny. I have to admit,
But
that gives me the giggles.
why is it funny? Am I right? Is it
'Cause
because you
it's a contrast. Yeah, it's such a contrast. I mean, look at my husband. He's Mr. I'm going to climb up on the roof now and blah 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 blah. Right? So for him to be putt-putting past me on his scooter with his little basket, that's kinda hilarious because it's the opposite
but
of what he usually is.
okay, I can buy some of that, but don't you think you also now have the power? You're so sick and tired of guys talking over you, talking too loud, looking down physically because they're bigger, all of that. And now you have it's I hate to use this as an example, but the Kathy Bates thing, right? Okay, Mr. Man, you're at your weakest right now.
Hmm. That's interesting, and I think that's probably true. I mean, I've had the power for a while, so the novelty of that has kind of worn off. Um, although I have to admit, like back at the last corporate company that we worked for, there were a
Mhm.
couple of manager guys there who, I mean, like if one of them literally tripped and fell down in the hallway, I was wiping tears of laughter off my face. But
I
because he
get it.
deserved it, because he
Right.
deserved that. He was
He
awful to
deserved it.
people.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's the contrast. Like that's what makes it. I saw the cutest thing on my Instagram and it was a girl dad and he has two little girls and they looked like they were maybe 6 and 4 and they had done his hair up in like a crazy top knot ponytail and he
Yeah.
was wearing one of their tutus over his clothes and he
Mhm.
was standing on the bristles of a plastic broom and the girls were they had to handle the broom and they were slowly turning the broom and he was rotating in a pirouette like a music doll ballerina, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
music
yeah.
box ballerina,
Yeah.
but he's
Right.
this big gangly guy in a tutu and he's doing the pirouette and he's struggling to maintain his balance and you've never seen two more happy or delighted little girls. They could not stop laughing at their daddy trying to be a ballerina. It's the opposite that makes it funny. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
that thing that shouldn't be happening that makes it funny. That's why it would be hilarious for Lamar to put on a tutu and try to do Swan Lake because he's the last guy that you can see doing that and it would be funny.